Start becoming. There will be days you feel broken, days you want to disappear, days where joy feels like a foreign language. But listen, those are the exact days that define you. That's when you either dig deeper or give up. You want peace? Build it brick by brick in the dark. You want joy? Create it when the world says you shouldn't have it. That's power, that's resilience, that's what separates the average from the unstoppable. You don't need permission to be happy. You don't need everything to be perfect. What you need is standards. High mental standards, high emotional standards. No matter what comes, you rise, not because life is fair, but because you've trained your mind to rise anyway. That's what warriors do, that's what leaders do, that's what you were meant to do. The moment you let someone else's actions determine your joy, you hand them the keys to your soul. Take them back. You control what lives in your head. You control what runs through your heart. Stop feeding your pain. Start feeding your vision. Stop repeating the story of what hurt you. Start writing the story of how you overcame it. Talk like someone with power. Think like someone with purpose. Walk like someone who knows happiness is an act of will, not wish. Every morning repeat this: today I choose strength. Today I choose joy. Today I rise no matter what. Say it until your spirit obeys it. Say it until your attitude is unbreakable. There's no time to be soft. The world is heavy. But you are heavier. You are forged in the fire for this very moment. It's your job to remind yourself daily, life doesn't get easier. You get stronger. Happiness isn't a prize. It's a product of your mindset, produced by effort, discipline, and vision. If you do it every day, especially when it's hardest, especially when no one's clapping, especially when you're hurting, you'll wake up one day and realize happiness is not something you chased. It's something you became. Happiness is not found, it is built. It is not a treasure you stumble upon while wandering aimlessly through life. It is not a magical emotion that appears when the conditions are perfect, when the sun shines and people praise you. It is not given by others, nor granted by fate. Happiness is forged, brick by brick, step by step, thought by thought. It is the result of inner construction, not outer coincidence. The moment you wait to feel good before you act right, you've already lost. Because happiness is not the reward for action, it is the result of daily discipline. It is earned in silence, in struggle, in solitude. And that's what most people refuse to accept. People wait for better days, but the strongest minds create better days. While the average man looks at circumstances, the uncommon man shapes his response. You don't control what happens around you, but you damn well control how you interpret it. And that interpretation is the foundation of your emotional life. You want to feel peace? Then think peace. You want to feel alive? Then act with purpose. No one is going to feel it for you. No one is going to carry your mindset on their back. You either build yourself or break yourself. There is no middle ground. Every single morning you wake up, life hands you a choice. Stay where you are or rise. Give in or grow. Wait for happiness or create it with blood and belief. The truth is, happiness requires effort. Not once, not occasionally. Every single day you must fight for joy. You must train for peace. Because when the world pushes you down, your default reaction will either destroy you or drive you. And that default is built by repeated focus. You either train your mind to push through or you train your mind to fold. When life gets hard, and it will, your habits will speak louder than your motivation. And your habits are shaped by what you practice, not what you wish for. Too many people wait to feel good before they do good. That's weakness disguised as logic. You don't wait to be inspired. You move with discipline, and inspiration follows you. Happiness is not something you chase. It is something you generate. It flows from within, not from outside. If you wait for someone else to change so you can feel free, you've handed over your power. You have one shot at this day, and no matter what happened yesterday, no matter who hurt you, who betrayed you, who ignored you, it's your mind, your mood, your life. You want happiness? Build it. When you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you don't see results, that's the test. That's the moment your future is being carved. When you want to shut down, but you show up anyway. When you feel empty inside, but you speak power into your soul anyway. That's not fake. That's courage. That's strength. That's the real you showing up. People who win in life don't win because they had it easy. They win because they decided every day to push forward. They decided every day to align their emotions with their mission, not their misery. You don't get to opt out of this. If you want happiness, then demand it from yourself. Set the tone, set the standard. Act with courage, smile with intention, think with clarity, and don't wait for people to understand it. This is not about being understood. This is about becoming unshakable. Hard times are the gym for the soul. You either lift or you collapse. You either grow through pain or shrink from it. And in that pain is where the seeds of true joy are planted. The kind of joy that can't be stolen by disappointment. The kind of joy that isn't shaken by failure. The kind of joy that belongs to you because you earned it. You showed up when you had every excuse not to. You stood tall when life tried to make you small. You kept your vision clear when the fog rolled in. That's how builders think. And that's how winners live. When the day begins, speak with strength. Today I lead my mind. Not, I hope I feel better. Not, I'll wait and see how it goes. No, you lead. You take charge. You set the emotional thermostat. If life turns cold, you heat up from within. If people go silent, you speak to yourself louder. If the day feels heavy, you carry it with posture and pride. That's how you keep momentum. That's how you keep power. You don't get distracted by drama. You don't retreat because of delay. You keep building. Even when nothing around you seems to be working, you keep building. Even when your body is tired and your spirit is low, you keep building. Because you're not here to survive the day, you're here to conquer it. And not with ego, but with energy, with discipline, with gratitude. You're not here to be like everyone else. You're here to prove what happens when a human being chooses joy on purpose, over and over again, not because life is easy, but because life is short, and you refuse to waste it living weak. And when others see you smile through struggle, they'll wonder what your secret is. But you'll know there's no secret. Just daily, brutal, beautiful self-leadership. Just refusing to let circumstances decide your spirit. Just choosing every single time to push yourself into the strongest, highest version of you. Not because it's comfortable, but because it's right. Because happiness is not found, it is built. And you are the builder. You must command your emotional state daily. Never beg for it. You were not born to be at the mercy of your moods or held hostage by the chaos around you. You were built with power, not to be ruled by feelings, but to rule them. The moment you beg for peace, for clarity, for motivation, you've already placed your strength in the hands of something else. And when your strength belongs to something outside of you, it can be taken from you at any moment. That is not freedom. That is emotional slavery. And most people live that way without even knowing it. Their emotions decide their actions. Their fears shape their words. And their feelings dictate their future. But not you. Not anymore. You don't get to say, I don't feel like it when your mission is on the line. You don't get to shrink when pressure shows up, because pressure is not your enemy. It's your proving ground. You must rise no matter what you feel. You must train yourself to lead from the front, even if your knees are shaking. That is real control. That is what separates the weak from the unshakable. When your emotions are running wild, it is your duty to stop the chaos, take a breath, and remind yourself, I am in charge here. Not my pain, not my fear, not my doubt, me, my decisions, my standards, my thoughts, my posture, my focus. I choose what lives in my mind, and I will not rent space to weakness. Every morning when you wake up, there is a war taking place before your feet hit the ground. Your mind wants to slip into comfort. Your feelings want to guide you back to the past. And your doubt wants to whisper that you aren't enough. But you are not a victim of those thoughts. You are the captain. You either take control or get controlled. You either build the day or the day breaks you. So don't wait for motivation to show up. Don't ask for peace. Don't hope for strength. Command it. Stand in the mirror and speak it into existence, not once, not for a few days, but every day, until your inner world obeys you. Your emotions must not be dictators. They must be trained soldiers. They take orders from your mind, not the other way around. If your emotions are leading, you will break when life gets heavy. But if your mindset is leading, nothing can bend you. People will test you. Delays will test you. Loss will test you. But you will remain centered because your emotions do not make your decisions. You do. You don't need to feel good to act right. You need to act right to feel good. And that is the secret the average man never learns. He keeps waiting. Waiting for a good day, waiting to feel inspired, waiting for someone to lift him. And while he waits, his life stays still. But the one who commands his emotions, he moves mountains. You want power? Control your state. You want peace? Guard your mind. You want joy? Plant it in discipline. Stop blaming the world for how you feel. Stop giving people permission to wreck your peace. Take back your authority. Remind yourself that no matter what happens today, you decide what it means. That power is not given, it is claimed. And if you claim it, truly claim it, no external storm can shake you. You will bend, but you won't break. You will bleed, but you won't quit. Because every time life tries to drag you into weakness, you rise with conviction and say, I answer to something higher than how I feel. I answer to who I choose to be. You must build the discipline of emotional strength like a soldier sharpens his blade. You must wake up each morning before the world can invade your mind and lock in your direction. Your attitude is not automatic, it is installed, or it is programmed, it is trained. And training means repetition. Repetition when it's boring, repetition when it's painful, repetition when you want to walk away. That's how warriors are formed. That's how minds become unbreakable. And if you want to rise above your feelings, you must.
It's a love 561. What's going on with y'all this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. That's how you gotta wake up, man. You gotta wake up like with in a different world, man. You gotta wake up in a different world, straight up, man. And that's just what it is, man. You gotta take yourself outside this world we living in today, man. It's just that serious, dog. It's just that serious, man. You gotta take your mind outside the world right now, dog. You gotta readjust everything because I just feel like, man, you're gonna learn what's not good for you, man. You know? You're gonna learn what's not good for you, man. Everybody, the whole world before this day has been just been misled, man. Everything in chaos, everything in just you know what I'm saying? They say it ain't race, but it is, man. There's so much chaos in the world, man. You gotta take yourself outside the world. Take whatever can take you away from like just adapting to something to just keep getting poisoned, man. You gotta do it. If you got the knowledge to do it. If you got the knowledge to take yourself away from this situation and like, you know what I mean, just free your mind, man. And only accept what you know or keep you away from just, falling the victim of being just tricked into the same thing everybody be arguing about, everybody disagree about, everybody want to believe in that. Just take yourself away from it. It can make you just choose a lot of right stuff, especially with the food that you eat. With the things that you believe. You know what I mean. You don't want to go through that no more. You don't want to go through all this belief system about what it is and what it ain't. You study the laws and what not to do about the laws. Make sure you don't break no laws. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep your self respect for yourself so you ain't got to too much draw no attention to yourself. You know what I mean? And always respect others, no matter what, no matter who. I don't care what they got, who got what going on. Respect it, keep it pushing. As long as your vision is strictly on trying to make sure that you are not of anything that got something to do with a problem, misunderstanding, no opinion on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, free yourself, man. Just get out of tune from with everything that has you poisoned, dog. It's just not worth it anymore. Life is everything, but to keep getting trained in a way where you got a decision or an opinion on shit is just really just, I'm over that shit. I'm just over it. Literally over it. Just over it. It's not even worth the energy. It's not even worth anything that's going to harm your ability to understand. And it's not even worth it. It's not worth it anymore, man. Free yourself. Free your mind. I promise you, it's worth it. Free yourself. Free your mind. Free everything that you know for a fact is like not what it's supposed to be. Straight up. You got a choice. Free yourself, man. Peace and love, 561. We live early in this morning. Okay. Yes, man. Yes, man. We up. got something to do. I hope you do. I hope you got something to do. There's so much to accomplish today. Gotta be grateful for the feeling of trying to eat much, want, need, love, experience, learn, give something. One thing about it, you gotta be able to give something. We live in a time now, man, people think face value is given. But hey, that's just what it is. So, no one, I guess nobody don't want to work hard for what they want to be respected for, except, I guess what make them money, you know. So if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense at all. That's a good old saying. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense at all. Yeah. Peace and love, Fighters. Want to be live this morning. How y'all doing? Like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. We still just trying to get it off the ground. Y'all see I'm fresh at it. But trust me, if I go hard enough, we'll step it up. We'll step it up. Drop more content. Drop more knowledgeable things. Food for the brain. You know what I mean? That's what I be on. Seeking knowledge and trying to put it back out there the right way. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Peace and love, 561 be live, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. How y'all doing this morning? 2026, man. New day, new chance, man. Let's do it. Spread the love, man. Give out some lessons, man. Give out some hugs. We're in a time right now where we need prayer, love, and direction. They say don't be part of the problem, man. Be a problem solver. Okay. Yes, man. Take your leadership. Take your leadership seriously. Stay consistent. Stay consistent at your leadership, brothers and sisters. No matter what color you are. If you're in a position to lead, man, hey, man, stay consistent. Guide your people. Guide your people. If you got the right influence, guide your people, man, the right way. Teach them how to get other people rich, strong, healthy, knowledgeable, definitely self-respect. Teach them how to make sure they keep their self-respect for themselves. Greetings, peace and love. 561 be live this morning. Yes, we are. 2026. One time for my brother, I'm out there. Rizzy I Rock. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, The Real GT. Y'all subscribe to his channel. You got Nitty Knuckles. You got Ted Turner and Splash over there. Y'all go subscribe to their channel over there. SGB TV, man. Y'all go subscribe to their channel over there, man. Them boys got good content over there. Something that's very entertaining. It's all about the support, man. For real now. What's going on this morning? 2026, man. Y'all up in that. Y'all headed to work, huh? Getting ready for work. I already see it. Motivated. Motivated, man. Motivated, man. Yesterday is gone. Today is now. Today is now. Yesterday is gone. Yes. Brothers and sisters, man. That's right. Be a part of the change, not the problem. Be a part of the change, not the problem. So you ain't got to worry about when they talking. They ain't talking about you. They not talking about you. So you the one could just look at it and be like, well, I'm glad I ain't part of that problem. You know what I mean? No. I'm taking care of everything you need to take care of. Your bills, your health, your leadership, your children, Everything up under you getting all the love and support it need. And that's what it's today. You gotta have, you gotta support people, you know. Support is a major issue in this world, you know. So instead of trying to keep that one billionaire always a billionaire, let's try to create more billionaires, you know, start from millionaires to billionaires. Not just one, but a whole bunch of them. Peace and love, fastest one we live this morning. Good morning. How y'all doing out there? Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I was listening to some Napoleon Hill. You know, I like to listen to something to take me away from my reality. You know what I mean? Take me to another world, within a world. Travel right with, you know, right in time.
Than your emotions do. There will be moments when nothing feels right, when fear screams and doubt whispers. That's when you speak louder. That's when you lean in. That's when you don't just survive, you command. Command your presence, command your thoughts, command your breath. Not in arrogance, but in clarity. Because the moment you surrender your emotions to luck or outside approval, you weaken your spirit. And weak spirits don't lead. They follow. They crumble. But you are here to lead your life. You are here to become the kind of person who walks into fire with a calm mind and a strong heart. The storms of life will keep coming. You can't stop the wind, but you can control your sail. And that sail is your state. Command it. Don't just react to life. Respond with purpose. Respond with focus. Respond with force. Because you didn't come this far to be emotionally unstable. You didn't endure everything you've endured just to be led by fleeting feelings. You came here to master yourself. And that begins the moment you stop begging to feel better and decide to lead yourself better. Push past comfort. Rise through resistance. And never again let your emotions pull you away from the man or woman you were born to become. You are not here to hope. You are here to command. Adversity is life's invitation to grow. Respond with joy, not complaint. Every struggle, every setback, every loss that shakes your world is not here to break you. It is here to build you. It is not a curse, but a call. A call to rise, to evolve, to sharpen the edges of your spirit against the grindstone of difficulty. Most people waste their pain. They complain, they blame, they retreat, they ask, why me? As if life has singled them out for suffering. But what they don't see is that adversity is not personal. It is purposeful. It comes for everyone, but only a few will use it. Only a few will see it as the furnace that forges greatness. And in reading this, you are one of those few. You are not here to fold. You are here to respond with joy. That joy is not fake. It is not forced. It is not some empty grin pasted over a broken heart. It is a choice, a weapon. It is the decision to stand in the storm with your head high and your purpose intact. It is the refusal to let difficulty drag your energy into darkness. You don't need to enjoy the pain, but you must embrace the growth. You must meet adversity with a mindset so strong that it shocks the world. While others crumble, you stand tall. While others curse the test, you say, good, now I rise. Complaints are easy. Joy is discipline. Anyone can whine. Anyone can point fingers. Explain why life is unfair, why things should be easier. But those who achieve real transformation don't have time for pity. They don't have space in their minds for weakness. They use every hit as a spark. They turn pain into focus. They turn loss into fuel. They turn delays into deeper drive. And that transformation doesn't happen by accident. It happens through daily decisions. The decision to respond with joy is not soft. It is not naive. It is one of the hardest choices you will ever make. But it is also the most powerful. Adversity will strip away the surface. It will reveal what you're really made of. It will show you the truth. Not of the world, but of yourself. And what you find in that reflection is up to you. Will you find a person crushed by circumstances? Or will you find a warrior rising from the ashes, eyes clear, fists clenched, heart unshaken? Because that's what you are, if you choose to be. Every challenge is asking you one question: how strong are you willing to become? And every time you answer with joy, with action, with discipline, You become someone that difficulty cannot defeat. There's a kind of person adversity cannot handle. A person who doesn't flinch, who doesn't stall, who doesn't whine, moan, or wait for someone else to fix it. A person who faces the fire and walks through it. That person lives inside of you, but it will only emerge if you stop using your voice to complain and start using it to command. Command your energy. Command your thoughts. Command your response. You may not control the pain, but you always control the perspective. Start seeing adversity as your training ground, your opportunity to sharpen mental muscles. The heavier the weight, the stronger you become. The deeper the hole, the greater the rise. Every hard day is shaping your future victories. Every delay is teaching you patience. Every loss is building humility. Every betrayal is sculpting wisdom. These are not just wounds, they are weapons in disguise. The world will never stop testing you. But that's not the problem, that's the point. Life will keep handing you storms until you learn how to become the calm inside them. You must stop seeing problems as interruptions.
He said, life will keep handing you storms until you be the calm inside of them. You heard what he say? He said, life will keep handing you storms until you become the calm inside the storm. Shit, real. So gangster. So reality. You know what I mean? It's so what people need in life, man. People be needing that big brother, that big sister guide, and somebody that really got the compass of life, you know? It's a lot of people that got the compass of life and don't really know how to navigate it. You see what I'm saying? To dodge all the distractions and to keep you focused on the right things. And you know, that's definitely it's mind, body, and soul. It's spiritual connection with the Most High, you know? And then you just study, you know what I mean, the laws of the land. You know, people don't think about the laws of the land. That's why you see everybody going against the police a lot. Because people really don't understand it's laws in this world. This is the land and it's laws of the land. You have to know the laws of the land. You know, everybody preach the spiritualness of knowing the God, but you can't emulate the spiritual. You can't emulate the spirit. Only thing you could do is try to keep your physical in line with the laws of the land. If not, it's a punishment. It's common sense. You see it. You have to study the laws of the land because you put yourself through so much punishment by not really understanding where you at. Everybody lives definitely have to live with a spirit, but the spirit became flesh. You see it? You see the flesh everywhere? The flesh can get punished. A lot of people don't understand that. You can't mix the two. Study the laws of the land. Take care of your flesh. Take care of it. What do you mean? Eat right. Get enough sun. Make sure that you stay physically fit. Make sure that your mind is sharp. What you mean? You got, even if you have one leg, two legs, no arm, you still have to do it to your best ability in physical form. It's your job, your duty. You know, it's your job, your duty. Well, anyway, that wrap it up for me, man. It's peace and love, 561. I just come through, drop a little food, you know, give a little conversation. Y'all can like, comment, subscribe, and share, and help me keep building my channel. I know it's a lot more for me to offer, and in the future, hopefully, you know, we can do it. But until then, I can't do it without y'all. So y'all have a great day.